Regular Lego trains are too small for cats. This video will be for two adorable kittens. To design a train from scratch. The first step is to measure the size
Suitable
of the car
for
XL size. Biscuit 3.1 kilograms. Muffin 3.1 kilograms. 4 or 2 size. Just to be sure, take M size again. 4 or 4 cramped spaces equals pressure. Finally, decide the car body size to measure the track width. The track spacing is too narrow. The car body may tilt. There is no problem after increasing the track spacing. Next, we design the tracks and wheels. There's a wheel rim inside the wheel. It can guide the train along the track. It can also prevent the train from derailing. But did you know? The train's wheels are actually a surface. Wheels. The outer rolling radius is small. The inner rolling radius is large. This allows the wheels to automatically balance. If we compare it with a cylindrical wheel, design
you can
and
see
make
the
the
difference
wheels intuitively
yourself.
But this Lego wheel is too ugly. Also, coloring a large area of Lego track is too expensive. So, I can only resort to 3D printing. Next is the track design. Here, only curved and straight tracks need to be designed. Although 3D printing is a bit cheaper than Lego, I still feel like it's not cheap. We can observe the tilt of the car on the curve of the track. Next is the construction of the vehicle chassis. Here, springs are used as shock absorbers. Good suspension can reduce the tilt of the vehicle. Let's take a look at the actual effect of the suspension system. After installing the shock absorbers, most of the vehicle body's tilt is effectively avoided. Next, let's design the coupler. The train coupler is called the Yanni coupler. When the two couplers are clasped, the push iron behind the coupler cannot rotate. Let's demonstrate this process with two carriages. The coupler clasps, and the push iron falls. The coupler opens. Push iron. But the problem is that the push iron needs to be raised manually. So, next, design the automation of the push iron. They are the core components of automation. Here, an air pump and cylinder are used to achieve automation. When the air pump pressurizes, it pushes the red parts to lower the push iron and release pressure. Release the red parts. Now, install the Yanni couplers on the train chassis. But since the connecting rods cannot bend, the vehicles cannot turn. We remove the parts that fix the connecting rods. Now it can turn normally. But then there's a new problem. The connecting rods cannot align properly to connect the couplers. So, here, we add spring-loaded limiters on both sides. This allows the couplers to reset automatically. Now they can connect normally. Next, install the chassis on the frame. Since two chassis are installed on one frame, a steering mechanism needs to be added. This allows the chassis to rotate freely. However, since the frame size is designed based on the cat's size, it is also necessary to test the maximum turning radius, a radius of 640 millimeters. Passed without any issues. Next, a radius of 420 millimeters. It also passes smoothly. Let's continue to reduce the turning radius, causing the train to derail. This indicates that the turning radius limit has been reached. Next is the shooting of the train's power unit. First, test single axle drive. Then we increase the weight. A cat, 3 kilograms. Chassis base is 3 kilograms. The single axle drive feels like a small cart pulling a large one. And the wheels keep slipping. Now, switch to dual axle drive. The wheel slippage is acceptable. What if we change to unbalanced weight? And the wheels keep slipping. Helplessly, we have to switch to all-wheel drive. The effect seems to be immediate. Next, design the vehicle's pneumatic system. Compressor starts. Inflate the air pump through the air valve. This time, first inflate the air tank. This way, only one compressor can be used. Trigger the air pump multiple times. Now install the pneumatic device in the chassis. Do you know the function of this pneumatic device now? It is used for the automatic coupling device. Actually, it has another function. Can you guess what it is? The answer will be revealed later in the video. First, use an LED bulb. Connect it to the battery with conductive parts. Now the current can only be conducted in one direction. The bulb doesn't light up after changing the positive and negative poles. Let's connect another set of bulbs. The positive and negative poles are opposite to the first one. Then changing the positive and rear connections will also make it light up. Now through parallel connection. Add another set of bulbs into the Lego parts and fix it. If you haven't taken a physics class, you definitely wouldn't know what's going on, right? How's the effect? Install the lighting system on the chassis. Now you know the function of the linkage, right? Cover it with the floor. Then the body. This is before, this is now, continuing the body part. Another function of the pneumatic device is to automatically open and close the doors. Did you guess it? Body rigidity before all tests are completed. This is the body rigidity now. Has there been a qualitatively? We will program to achieve remote control of all movable functions. The green light turns on when the vehicle moves forward. The red light turns on when reversing. Pneumatic device. Vehicle connection. Test auto connection. Next, actual road tests will be conducted. Now it's time to promote it to the customers. Of course, you have to offer them benefits. How could they fall for it? But the problem is, I can't keep feeding them manually. Therefore, I can only hope for the Lego automation device. This is an onboard automatic feeder. Its working principle is to put cat food into the device and release the cat food from the outlet at regular intervals. Now let's test the effect. What do you think of the effect of domestication? Do you feel like they're walking into a trap? Since you're already on board, don't even think about getting off. But what about the actual effect? They actually don't have martial virtue. It's really a waste of my efforts. In order to keep them still, I've also put in a lot of effort. But the actual effect is not satisfactory. They repeatedly run away. Will I succeed in the end? Yes. As you can see, I adopted the most primitive and effective method. Manual feeding finally got this guy to stay on the train obediently. Although the process is a bit useless. But who made me their shit shoveler? Are you learning it?